We're going to attempt to build the same Sims house twice, but with two different budgets. One will be really tiny, and the other one will be a slightly more reasonable price. We're gonna start off with 2,500 simoleons and see what we can build. And then we'll try and do it again with 25,000 simoleons, and we'll compare just how different they are. I'm warning you now, the first house, we probably won't even be able to afford walls. So there's gonna be a pretty stark contrast between the two, even though they're both relatively cheap Sims houses. You know I love an extreme budget challenge in The Sims, and I actually filmed this video a few weeks ago. The whole idea was like, oh, it's 25 theme because I'm turning 25 for my birthday, but then my entire PC crashed and I lost all of the footage. So this is my redemption arc, okay? This is my redo of that. I'm building this in Brightchester, and we've got 2,500 simoleons to start off with, and we're gonna see if we can manage to make something fully functional for that price. I'm actually gonna go straight into debug with this because I think that we could probably get a lot of use out of some of the cheaper things. Think like this toilet, these sort of DIY sinks. We could maybe even get brave and use a tub like this. I don't know, I think it could be kind of fun to have this sort of log cabin type of vibe. We are also 100% gonna need one of these cheap beds. That's only 25 simoleons, so that goes a long way. In general, I think that eco lifestyle is gonna have to carry us with this one. I actually quite like the idea of having a dining table too, although I don't know if we can actually afford that or not. That's only 30. Oh, we need to get a TV as well. I wonder what happens if I use like this sort of thing, because I can put the TV in it. I just don't know if it's weird to have this. It's just a big cabinet, but I feel like big is good for this. Also, I realized that right now I'm paying for a whole bunch of stuff that we don't really need. We've got a whole lot of items and nowhere to put them, but I want to make sure we at least have an idea of like how much money we have left, what can we spend on walls. The cheapest doors are all 40, and that's fine. These windows are only 15, but that's probably not gonna work for us, right? What about like, I don't know, do you think we can make this window work? That kind of fits with the vibes of university. I don't know if it actually looks good. I've done this a lot in the past where we end up having to use like a roof as a wall, and that's like not really ideal to me. I would rather not do that if I can afford to pay for walls, but I'd also rather have the house look a little bit nicer if I can. So yeah, this is like unbelievably bad back there, isn't it? That leaves me with 555 simoleons though. And then if we got a roof, I want to pay for walls so bad. This is a mess. Okay, well in my mind, this is the bathroom. I'd like to have a wall there. I don't know if we can afford that, but I would like to. I'm just gonna pay for a wallpaper on everything for now, and we'll come back to that. I feel like it needs to be bigger than what I've got so far, and that's making this kind of difficult for me to figure out. I'm kind of considering, and this is maybe like really silly, I don't know. I'm kind of considering putting the stove like next to where this is. Oh, but if I do this, then I need to have a door, and we can't afford doors either. Oh my. I guess I don't need to have this anymore. Okay, I wonder if this is functional then. Also, are there other like little tables? This is 45. That's the same price. Kind of different vibes though. How much is that table? Is that the cheapest table? It's 140. Oh, it's the cheapest by far. Okay. I guess I can move the TV forward. So that takes up a lot of space, which is not a bad thing. Let me just see if my sim can actually use any of this. Okay, she can do that. She can get over here. She can have a quick meal. Okay. I mean, really, you don't even need to have the table. The table is an unnecessary aspect of this, but I feel like it helps me to have the table. Oh, we want like a brownish, reddish. Oh, honestly, that is good. I hate to admit it, but that works. I guess I can't use it anywhere else because it's more expensive, but we can put it on that wall. Okay, I'm thinking I'll paint the whole exterior with this like little brick color. How much money is this? Can I afford that? Oh, good. Okay, so we can have that tile. Oh, it's horrible. I'm trying to think about like artwork that we can put outside too, and also if there's like literally anything that could be done to make this look a little bit less bad. I think I'm gonna put this texture on these parts because I want that to look like it's a wall. So we can do like, oh, that's clipping. But I'll do a different texture on the roof and on the wall so that we can try and split it up a bit better. I mean, it's terrible. It looks like really ugly. I'd love to have a mirror because we can't really afford that anywhere else. This is actually only 40, so we could put that in that room. And then if there was like any sort of interior decor that we want, like, I hate to say it, but spider webs might even be good because the spider webs might help it to look a little bit more, I was gonna say lived in, but that's probably backwards. The spider webs just help though. We could probably get some dirt too. Oh, there, it looks like a headboard. See? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's terrible. This is really sad. Oh, this poster set's only 5 simoleons. Oh, that might be perfect. And this is the nicest bathroom I've had in a long time. We don't usually have a bathtub, so that's an improvement too. These are worth 50. It could be possible to do it with wall lights. It does make it really dark. Yeah, I don't think that works for the main room. It works for the bathroom, but the main room should probably be brighter. Make them a bit more yellowy toned. I realize this sim has a dog, by the way. The sim is just a test sim. We don't need to put a dog in this house. Oh, we don't have a trash can anywhere. I feel like that's fine. Like, do we need to have one really? No, I don't think so. I'm looking through everything in the entire game, looking for anything that's less than 10 simoleons. We could have a third chair, but even that feels a bit unnecessary to me. I guess if we wanted to, we could reorganize the chairs to be in the corner, but that's not so good either. There's not gonna be any furniture. I don't know why I'm scrolling like this. We maybe could find some plants. Wait, why is that one so cute? Should I just have that little tiny pot on the table? It's kind of adorable. And that's cheaper. That's 10 instead of 20. Oh, how about the tiger picture? Maybe I'll let it be like that. Okay, so next I'm gonna try and get some debug stuff going. Debug is gonna be our lifesaver for this because we're gonna try and really cover up the outside so it looks better. I am fully aware that it looks like a complete mess right now, but just imagine if we had some things like maybe a wall, and if we put those to sort of partially cover some of the weirdest parts of the build. Even if we don't actually put anything in the walls, I feel like it just helps to have, I don't know, more of a finished product, I guess? It is lagging each time I place one of those items. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot about all this cute stuff from university. It's too bad that we can't use it. Oh, there's also like these little walls. Those are a bit shorter, so that will cover it up less, but I actually feel like that looks better, right? Oh, how about this? We can even kind of like scoot that into the wall. It's so ugly. We can try and scoot that so it looks like we've got something nice over there. I can put one in the back. I just want you all to know that I tried. Whoa, what's that? Oh my God, scary. But I'm serious, like I really did try with this. I tried so hard for it to not be ugly. This is free. Are there free chairs too? I'm actually looking at cottage living debug now because the cottage living debug has bigger trees. Oh, this floral one in the front, it covers the weird shape. That's perfect. That's what we need, is for it to cover the weird shape. I'm currently kind of trying to blend the whole place in with the environment. I feel like I didn't do a good job of that, but oh, we can even have that. Look, there's a fake balcony. I hadn't really considered that as a possibility even. That's really kind of cute. I feel like I remember there being a debug light from cottage living. Oh yeah, like this. We could probably put that in gold and put that on the wall. Maybe we put it up high so it looks like it's in this little section. Oh, messed up. Help, help, help. I don't even know if that lights up in live mode, but it's fine. Oh my gosh, there's so many like debug furniture pieces. This is actually perfect because that's free. So we can use that in the back. Oh, look at this little thing. That's cute too. Does it come with like purple flowers at all? I should have put that inside the house. Like, how adorable is that? Okay, I'm really going a little bit overboard now with the landscaping, but I'm putting a bunch of bushes around. I think if this gets sized down a couple times, it'll be better. But that helps to fill in a bunch of the lot. And then if we put terrain paint in, we get some kind of small terrain paint section to get you up to the front door. Oh, and we can use the same gravel because then it'll match the roof, the wall roof, whatever it is. I still need to find debug chairs. Keep in mind, you can't actually use that table that I have back there. It's fake. So like functionally, it is completely useless for us to have that there, but it makes me feel better personally to have more furniture. I mostly just want it to look like it's a finished house, even if it's not the most perfect thing in the world. Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for, is some fake chairs. Yeah, so again, these don't actually work. That's pretend, but they look cute. I don't think it looks bad from the front. I think it's fine. And then on the inside, we've got a little dining table. We have our bookshelf with like storage for our clothes. It's fake, but it looks like it. I put the TV in there. We have the bed, fully functional kitchen. Oh my God, it's lagging. And then a fully functional bathroom as well. I think if we had a bathroom mirror, that would be nice. And if we had a kitchen sink, that would be nice. But you can't win them all. You can't win them all. And it costs $2,484. So if I wanted to, I could get a couple extra things. Oh, you know what we could have? We could put crops or at least like a planter down. Oh, that's nice. So there's like another thing for you to do. Okay, now it's done. We got 6 simoleons left. It's the 2,500 simoleon starter home, 1 bedroom, one bathroom. It's not even like a starter, it's an ultra starter home. But that's really adorable. So it kind of has this like almost cottagey vibe to it on the inside, but on the outside, I was trying to make it match a lot of the stuff in the university world. So now what I'm gonna do is bulldoze that. I'm gonna give us 25,000 simoleons, and we're gonna build this again, just with more money and upgraded, basically. I think goals for this are to have at least a couple of bedrooms. I'd love to have a fully functional kitchen with like a sink and extra counter space. It'd be nice to have a couch this time around, and maybe like a bed or garden. We can kind of expand upon that idea, but just make it a bit bigger. As far as style goes, I really do like these sorts of buildings. This is kind of similar to what we had before, just obviously like maybe upgraded. And I think I'll stick to Lovestruck because the Lovestruck windows and doors are so cheap. It makes it really easy to use them for our purposes. I'm actually gonna make it kind of long too. And then I had kind of imagined a world where the upstairs, and I don't know if this is gonna work exactly how I want it to, but I kind of imagined maybe the upstairs goes like this. Those are really small bedrooms though. Well, that poses the question, can we even fit a double bed in here? I guess we could put it up against the wall. That's not my first choice, but I think it being small is good. I think I'm also gonna put a fake chimney over here because that gives us a little bit more space in this second room, and that's good stuff. Okay, I am getting a little bit ahead of myself already. I think I want to put some trees in. It'll help me to visualize it more if we have a little bit more landscaping. Why do I actually not remember what fence I was using? Was it a university fence? Oh, look at that, it was. Oh, that's really nice actually. So we can fence in our own little backyard over there. We'll have this be like a side entrance so you can get in and out of it. Tempted to make it medium wall height downstairs. I think that maybe is dangerous. Walls are expensive, but I'm gonna try to stick to it. And then I'm kind of thinking this will be a bathroom, maybe like a little half bathroom though, so it's just like a toilet and a sink. That gives us the 2 beds, 2 bathrooms total, because I'll put another bathroom down here. And then in the living room, here's what I'm picturing. I kind of thought we might have like some sort of couch. This might not work, I don't know, we'll see. I kind of thought it would be like this, but that makes the bathroom door a problem. Maybe it becomes even smaller, so the bathroom gets tiny like that. I still want to have a shower though. So the reason that I'm kind of going back and forth is because I wanted to have the kitchen be right here, and I don't really want to have the kitchen counters be in front of the window because it's a bit low. If they have to be, it's fine, like it's not that big of a deal, and I maybe could raise it up, but it's just not really what I was picturing. So that's why I'm kind of unsure. That's probably a little bit better for the downstairs though. Maybe I could even build a wall there, I don't know. Or we could put like a half wall right there, and we could try and put a cool column. So that maybe makes it look fancy and intentional. Okay, another idea is maybe to have a really skinny hallway like this. The bathroom could go right here. Skinny hallway is fine by me. I've done it many times before. I'm happy to do it again. Okay, this is maybe dumb. I don't know. I'm just thinking about this. I wonder if we could have a nice big bathroom right there. And then what if this becomes like a private office nook? Because we are building this in the university world. So that could be kind of a cute space to have a separate little desk nook. Okay, I think I might even actually be feeling a little bit confident about this layout. I just extended it a tiny bit more upstairs as well. Maybe this part should be flat still, but I extended it out a tile right here. So this is maybe even better for the primary bedroom because we can fit a double bed a little bit more easily. We could always do the Lovestruck little skinny windows right here. Well, now I'm wondering, like, what if we did a balcony? I don't know if that's gonna look bad. I'm using a bunch of Lovestruck. I don't know if that's bad either. I like the idea of a balcony. I also like the idea of columns. I don't know if these are weird though. There's quite a bit of color mixing and matching that's happening right now. These windows don't come in a color. Oh my God. Yeah, they don't come in a color that I'll like better. Unless I did them like a darker beige on purpose. Oh, you know, admittedly, I had not really considered that as a possibility. I am maybe putting a little bit too much into the exterior right now, considering the fact that I have not actually paid for all of the furniture on the interior. I like the idea of this, but I actually think I liked it better when it was white. So I think I might go back to that. I wonder if we could do all of it with white. Oh, well, it does get a smidge more complicated when you actually have to place wallpaper, huh? Things are easier when there's no walls in your build. Now our problem is that we've got like too many options. Oh, I love how those look. Can I afford that? Probably not, but I think I will do it anyway. All right, let's start actually furnishing now for a second before we get too far ahead of ourselves. You know, now that I'm looking at this, I honestly don't even know like what tile styles I'm going for or anything. I will make sure I put blinds in this bathroom. And then I'm gonna pay for a pretty cheap set, cheapest toilet, cheapest shower, and cheapest sink inside of this room. And then I'll do the same thing upstairs. Although I guess technically, if I really wanted to, we probably could have this be a full bathroom. I'm gonna have to scoot things a little bit more, but if we really tried hard enough, this will be functional. And then maybe downstairs, we could put a tub, because it's always useful to have a bathtub in this game, especially if you're gonna have a dog or maybe like a toddler. Everything happens so fast in this game. You think you've got all this money and then you start furnishing and all of a sudden it's just gone. Especially with things like this, like if I wanted to pay for upper cabinets are expensive. Ooh, I want to put a window there. I don't really care how it looks from the outside, to be honest. I think that makes a huge difference on the interior, so therefore it's worth it. I have a vision for the downstairs. I know that I probably can't afford it, so I'm gonna, 550, oh my God. Well, I was gonna say, I wanna really quickly just put some furniture inside of these rooms. We can come back for like more specific decorating. I just wanna have the place be functional, so I'll pay for that now. I really, really, really wanted a fireplace, but I know they're so expensive. Look at how beautiful that is though. It's just perfect. We have to put a little teeny tiny TV up there too. I'd like to use more stuff from University, although I guess University doesn't really have the right colors. Oh, this rug's only 200. I'm thinking I'll put some built-in bookshelves underneath it on this side. And then maybe if we had like a little accent chair in the corner. I don't really know what color I want. I'm kind of learning that I don't like any of them, so that's great. Yeah, this little room is kind of a problem too. I feel like we can't afford any artwork. Although maybe we could get, you know what? Debug is our friend. Because there's like debug pictures. Some of these collectible space prints are pretty cheap, like 140 simoleons-ish, and they don't necessarily match perfectly for what we're trying to do, but also this is a university house, so the people who live here could be, maybe they're a space professor. That's not even that unreasonable. This hallway is really sad. I wonder if we could get like a coat rack. That is 150 though. Can they still get past it? Sometimes you think they can and then they do really dumb things like not fit, but that one worked, so that's fine. I could put a welcome mat too. That is extremely cheap. I think we need a thermostat. So we have a thermostat. I put a trash can outside. We have a trash can inside right there. We definitely cannot afford to do basically anything else inside of this house. Maybe they only have one nightstand. I do that sometimes when I'm trying to save money. It's like I'd rather have a second one, but I guess I have this philosophy where it's like, well, if you can't afford it right now, you can always upgrade to it later on. Oh, they're both green. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I guess that one can be blue. I hate the wood color though. Okay, do something different in here. What about, oh no, I can't afford anything. I was so overconfident coming into this. I was like convinced it was gonna be easy and fine when we started furnishing this. Literally every single time I do a starter home in this game, I live to regret it because I always think it's gonna be fine and then it's not. How did we like run out of money all this quickly? Okay, I'm gonna sell this. They always depreciate, so I'm supposed to get 375 back and I only got 300. But we could probably switch it maybe to one of these smaller shower heads. That saves us a little bit of money. And then maybe upstairs we could have a little table. We could also potentially use those debug chairs because these are really cheap. They're only 10 simoleons. And then we at least have something upstairs. Let's go and actually landscape properly now. We used a bunch of cottage living debug in the cheaper build, so I think I'll do that here too. I'm even gonna try and use some of the same colors with like the same bushes and the same purple landscaping. It's obviously not the same as the other house because we actually have walls this time, so we can do a lot more, but the vibes, the energy is similar, okay? It was never gonna be identical. Our options were just very limited the first time around, and now we have a bunch more to work with. I actually kind of love how those bushes look though. That's cute. Oh my, it just thundered really loud. I don't know if you heard it on the video. It's like slowly getting dark in my office too. We have 35 simoleons left. Maybe I could spend that money on like a little garden patch, because that was cute last time, so we could do that again. again. How did it become so expensive? It's not even big. I guess I bought expensive things like upper cabinets and a fireplace. I think I'll use that same gravel texture for the front here like we did in the last build. And I'll just kind of fill that in, add a little bit of dirt. I don't know if I want to put any gravel back here. I guess maybe we could have like a little patio space. It was a good idea in theory. I just don't know if it looks good in practice. Mostly just because there's nothing on it. But I only have like 15 simoleons left. So like, what am I supposed to do? Well, maybe this is where we put the table. And on the balcony, we do something else. We could also potentially have just the one balcony door. I mean, I did the two because I liked having extra decoration, but oh, how about yoga? Because that's 125, so we can afford that just fine. The other one's more expensive. I didn't realize that the newer one is a little bit pricier. Only by 5 simoleons, but still. Okay, let's put a yoga mat. So all in all, for skill building, we have a computer, we have the kitchen, we've got gardening, we have a yoga mat, we have an actual dining table outside and an actual dining table inside. We have a kitchen sink. The other house didn't have that. We have a TV, fireplace, more than one bookshelf, and 2 bedrooms. The first house barely had any bedrooms. One, half a bedroom even. But this house has like some kid stuff in it. Maybe I could do a poster. Yeah, the kid could probably benefit from like a decorative, maybe that. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the gallery. I'm gonna call it a uni starter home. It's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Costs just under, oh wait, I have more money. I can have 47 more. Oh, I will use that. Forgive me, but like I'm gonna spend the rest of the money that we have. All right, I just got an extra poster. That helps. Oh, now I have to write the whole thing again. In hindsight, I probably should have decorated this for like college roommates instead of for a family, but maybe the professor, like we said earlier, lives here and they have a kid, because college students don't really have any need for like a kid's wizard station. But this was a fun one to build, and it's really interesting to compare the two of them. You can see I tried to do something similar. It's just like the money difference, it changes everything. We have all this decoration, we actually have walls, you know, it's kind of cute. But at the end of the day, they're both still really small and they're both still just starter homes. It's not a lot of money, but if you try hard enough, you can make that 25K go a long way, clearly, as we've shown here. Well, I think on that note, we've finished the 2 builds. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked this, I make Sims videos literally every single day on my YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next one. And I also stream The Sims all the time, almost every single day over on my Twitch channel, so I'll link my Twitch channel down below too. I like to build in The Sims, in case you hadn't noticed. So I do a lot of that over there, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Oh my goodness, just in time for it to start literally pouring outside. Classic Florida afternoon thunderstorm, but hard to record during because it's loud and also dark.